Hi everyone, my name is Sarah Dopp, as many of you know, and on Thursday, which was April 21st, 2011, someone who was very close to me when I was growing up passed away. His name was Fred Matthes, and he was in his mid-60s, and he died of a heart attack. He was a friend of the family. I grew up in Nashua, New Hampshire, or Hudson, New Hampshire, that area. Nashua, New Hampshire was the church I went to, and that was where I knew him from, First Church in Nashua. And he was really a big kid. He made the best chili, and my friends and I would have ongoing battles with him, where it started with him stealing my cake one day. We were at some church function where we all got to have, your little square of cake on the plate, and I was eating my cake, and I was talking to someone, and I looked down, and my cake was gone, and I looked around, and everybody didn't know what happened to it, and eventually I figured out that he was eating it, and I was indignant, as a 11-year-old should be, that someone had stolen my cake. And this began the battles between me and Fred, and my friends got pulled into it. And there were ice fights, there were big parties that we went to, softball parties, and we would try to, put a cube of ice down his back, and then he'd get a cube of ice down our backs, and it would be, battles back and forth. This went on for years. He actually had the same relationship with my cousins, who are now 9 and 11. He actually showed up at their house one day and knocked on the door in the winter and threw a snowball into the house and then ran outside, and my cousins chased him outside. He had this just love for children and was this wonderful human being. I'm making this video because there are a lot of people that just lost him, and I want to connect with them in a way that I can't do because I'm in California. Right now, everyone in New Hampshire is rallying and gathering for Diane, his wife, and their children, and the church family. He was such a really significant part of that community. My phone's ringing. But one quick story, just to add to the memories. There was a summer at Horton Center, which is a mountain camp that we used to go up to relating to the church, and my friends and I, being, 13 or something, we wanted to all sleep out on a ledge out under the stars at the top of the mountain, which we often did, except it was raining, and it was the only night that we could go out, so instead we slept in the lodge. This big room where was the dining hall, basically. It had this cold tile floor, so we pulled our sleeping bags in, and with our sleeping bags on the cold tile floor, huddling around the fireplace as we slept. It was like a camp out, even though it was inside. We were pretty proud of ourselves. We had a good time. 5 o'clock in the morning, Fred came in as he was making breakfast, and he saw us sleeping there. And of course, this is years into the ongoing battle between him and the children. So he starts with mine. He grabs the feet of my sleeping bag, the very bottom of it, and he lifts it up all the way and shakes me out onto the cold tile floor. As I was with the cake, times 20, I was completely indignant that someone would do this to me, to wake me up at 5 o'clock in the morning. I needed my beauty sleep. I needed a lot of things. I needed him to leave me alone. I was royally upset, and so were most of my friends, because he did the same to them immediately after. So we spent the entire day stewing on how we should get him back. And what we came up with was maybe not the best revenge, but it was pretty fun for us. We wrote a song that we performed at the campfire with the intent of embarrassing him. Because he was so much a part of our lives, we ended up singing this song a lot afterwards, and it is permanently stuck in my head, and I know all the words. So I'm going to sing it for you in memory of Fred right now to the internet, without accompaniment and without warming up my voice first. It's actually 2 songs spun together. Give us a break, Fred will never ever ever give us a break. We want revenge, hey, even though he's our friend. Us little girls are so innocent. That's the first song. The second song, the one that brought the house down, was 1, 2, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, Fred. 5, 6, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, Fred. 9, 10, 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, Fred. We're gonna get revenge on Fred tonight. He woke us up at 5 in the morning. We were sleeping, we were snoring. We were in the dining hall. He came in and shook us all. We fell out of our sleeping bags. It hurt. We were mad, we were mad, we were mad, we were mad. I got to call my cousins this morning and sing them that song, and they laughed because they have so many memories of him too. I have a lot of memories of him. My 9 and 11-year-old cousins were in an active relationship with him as the battles went on. I don't know if he ever stole their cake though. He should have. They deserved that. He had a lot of different kinds of relationships with a lot of people in the community, and I know they weren't all outrageous battles like the ones that I had, but what I do know is that he is very loved and will be very missed. So everybody who is being a part of that right now in New Hampshire, I'm sending you my love and my hugs. Please hug everyone for me. And I miss you, and I will miss him too.